Hi, my name is Patrick Hill. I'm a lagoon specialist with Triple Point Environmental. Today I want to talk briefly about lagoon odors. Very common to see that wastewater lagoons have odors. People think that lagoons stink in a lot of cases, and that can be true at times. It's kind of frustrating because ultimately a properly functioning lagoon shouldn't have any odors. And so 9 times out of 10, what you're seeing if you get a very strong odor from the lagoon is anaerobic digestion of sludge or biosolids on the bottom of your lagoon. That's what's really causing and driving those odors. That's releasing hydrogen sulfide. That hydrogen sulfide is what gives you that really stinky, obnoxious smell. So why? Well, one reason is that a lot of lagoons will get turnover in the spring and the fall. And what that means is you get a mixture of layers of water that cause an explosion briefly for a matter of weeks or maybe even up to a month of anaerobic digestion on the bottom. And so we get calls every year. Typically spring is worse than fall, where my lagoon stinks, we got to solve the problem. Really, the source really comes back to the levels of sludge in your lagoon. If you have a lot of biosolids, and if you have too much biosolids, and what I mean by that is over, let's say, 15 to 24 inches of biosolids sitting on the bottom, then that creates a perfect anaerobic environment to break down those biosolids. And most lagoons are only designed to hold about 2 feet of sludge. So if you have more than that, you need to think about removing that sludge. It's not the lagoon's fault. It's the fault of the sludge that's on the bottom of the lagoon that does need to be removed once every 20 to 30 years. And so that's one of the main causes that we see is just an accumulation of sludge, in addition to turnover. So what can you do about it? Well, aeration and mixing can help break down those biosolids in place. So I often recommend that if you have over 24 inches of biosolids that you start thinking about aerating and mixing the lagoon, because if you can aerobically break down that matter, then you produce carbon dioxide in that process, not hydrogen sulfide. Carbon dioxide, of course, is a odorless gas. And so you immediately can remove the odors, assuming you're providing enough oxygen and mixing into the lagoon itself. So that is a surefire way to solve an odor problem. At the same time, I totally understand that that's not always feasible for a lot of the communities that have lagoons that are experiencing these issues. So what else can you do? So you can recirculate water from the back of the lagoon to the front of the lagoon. That helps to keep water moving. It creates an increase in surface oxygen transfer, and it creates a little bit of mixing. So a pump, 1.5 horsepower, 2 horsepower pump, pretty simple. That'll help. You can use sludge reducers. So one of our friends is Aquafix, and they have a sludge reducing regimen that will help to break down the sludge. And they also have what are called oxypacks, which help to basically add oxygen to the water. And that can help alleviate a sludge concern in a short term. Or, you need to start planning on removing sludge if this becomes a consistent problem. One of the beauties of lagoon systems is you don't have to handle biosolids for 20 years. That's unheard of in wastewater treatment outside of lagoons. And so occasionally you need to remove biosolids, and that is the way lagoons manage those solids. And so planning and thinking about doing that sooner rather than later if you're having odor issues is pretty important, because what follows odor issues is compliance problems where you can't meet the requirements for BOD and TSS. So I hope this was helpful. If you're interested in aeration, we have our Aries aeration system, which is a perfect fit for these applications. We also have rental systems as well. If you want to go to lagoons.com, you'll find more information there. You can reach out to us. We also have a Facebook group. If you have other problems with your lagoon and you want to sort of get some mind share from the lagoon community, our Lagoons Do It Better Facebook group would be a great place to start. And you know, we're here to help. I mean, if we can sell you something, we'd love to, but if we can't, you know, we want to help. We want to help lagoons do it better. That's our mission here. So thanks for listening today, and good luck.